Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. You'll probably notice a little bit of a different background today. I'm so excited. I'm basically planning to spend this weekend as kind of a tourist in my own city, doing everything that I would recommend someone coming to visit. And I've just checked in to the most stunning hotel in Earls Court. I was just saying as well that it's so fun to stay in a different area of London, but the hotel is incredible, so I'm going to take you around. I'm planning to have a super relaxing evening this evening, probably having a Deliveroo, just a real self-care night, and then tomorrow we'll kind of start exploring around and having a nice dinner, going to my favourite shops and exploring new places and everything. So I want to get better at sharing even more places that I love with you guys, so I thought this would be a fun way to show you. But yeah, if anyone is planning to visit London, this hotel has the most amazing gardens. It's very new, it's just been renovated. It also really reminds me of Millie Tanner Design's style. It's kind of got this Cotswolds countryside, really warm feel to it, but it's still in the city. But yeah, I literally just got to the room, so let me show you around before it gets a little bit messy. I've just been chilling, watching that YouTube video. I just love Jordan's videos. I've spoken about her before, but that's literally my ultimate relaxing routine. Joe is actually at a black coffee event right now, and he's at some lunch before and stuff, so he's not going to be joining until later this evening. So I also need to decide what I'm going to get for dinner, if I'm going to go on a walk around the neighbourhood or if I'm just going to order something from Deliveroo. I need to go check out the rest of the hotel as well, so I'm going to bring you with me there. I might just order myself like a mocktail or something in the bar. It's not that I'm not drinking at the moment, but sometimes I just feel so tired the next day when I have alcohol. And yeah, I keep seeing everyone post about the Aura rings, so I'm becoming more and more tempted to get one. So let me know if any of you guys have one, if you recommend it, any tips. If you have had one and you didn't like it, I would really love to hear, and to see if it's kind of worth the money. I've had like Apple Watches and stuff in the past, but have just over time become a bit bored by it and then stopped using it, so I don't want that to happen as well. But what I did want to come on here for was because I was planning to do a little bit of a get to know me video, and I just thought I could incorporate it into this kind of weekend video. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put it on the screen in case. But yeah, I basically just said ask me anything, get to know me. I feel like I haven't introduced myself in what literally must be like 2 years now. I've been creating content now for 3 years, obviously not so long on YouTube. So amazing for my platform to have grown, and some people message me all the time saying how long ago they followed me and that they've kind of followed along with my journey. And yeah, my life has truly changed so much, which is crazy. I just thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit, I guess, about my life and how we've got to where we are now. And thank you to everyone for asking them. There were so many different questions. One of the questions that came up a lot was, what has your career path looked like since university? So I basically obviously went to school and then basically decided to go straight to uni. I wasn't really fussed about taking a gap year. I just felt like I was that person that wanted to just go and get it done. And to be honest, I always knew I wanted to work whilst I was at uni, so I'd always hopefully have the money to be able to travel for a week or 2 weeks or so in the summers. So yeah, gap year was never for me. I went straight to Edinburgh University. It was actually my reserve, so if anyone's worried about not getting their first choice or anything at uni, please don't worry. It all will turn out all right. But yeah, I was originally going to go to Exeter. Then I ended up like getting my grades remarked and whatever, and my offer for Edinburgh was still really high, to be honest, but it was ever so slightly lower, so I ended up going there and I loved it. I spent 4 years there, and all the rest of my life I've lived in London. I was born in London and obviously still now live there, so it was a really nice experience living somewhere else, and I just always knew that I wanted to live in a city. But I studied business management. I did everything from finance to accounting to media, branding, and then when it came to 4th year, I actually decided to write my dissertation on, I guess, the industry I am in now, which is really funny to say. I didn't create content at the time, although I always think I would have loved to have started then. I had the most amazing flats in Edinburgh. If you haven't been, it's the most incredible city, and especially in my 2nd year and my 4th year. I'll pop some photos if I can find them on the screen, but 4th year was probably my favorite. We had the most crazy apartment, just myself and my best friend Steph, and yeah, it was stunning. We had this baby pink kitchen and it was just perfect. Steph's room was absolutely insane. It was really central and it was such a fun and exciting time of my life, and I do miss parts of it very much. But I was also really ready to move back to London when I graduated, which I think, to be honest, is pretty normal. By the end of the 4 years, I was just really done. At that point, I basically couldn't decide whether I wanted to go into a corporate career or straight into marketing, and I felt that, even though this was probably a bit naive, I felt like I could probably go into marketing later in life if I wanted to, so I'd give the corporate life a go. So I applied to loads of grad schemes and started in a finance company for a big pension firm. And then I stayed there for about a year, and then I moved to a consulting firm, and I worked at 2 different consulting firms in my time. In the last consulting firm is when I started content creation. I started posting on TikTok. I became kind of unfulfilled in my role, and yeah, just really loved design, interiors, and began to start filming, having my friends over and hosting dinner parties and designing. And that was also around about the time that I bought my house. I guess it was quite a traditional career path in that way, but I ended up deciding to quit my job, and I still get loads of questions by that, and I've spoken on my Instagram before, but I honestly was so embarrassed to announce that I had quit my job and that I was doing full-time content creation. I think as an industry, it's definitely one that is frowned upon a little bit, but I totally understand why, and I definitely had that assumption as well. But I'm really career driven, and I just didn't want to have that kind of lingering on my shoulders. I just wanted to give it a go without any pressure, and I think that was also probably part of it, was imposter syndrome, that if I was to announce going full time, that maybe something wouldn't work out. But I absolutely love what I do, so part of my role is obviously partnerships and creating content and making YouTube videos and editing, but it keeps me super busy. But probably my kind of proudest achievement, I guess, is doing it in my own way, and that has very much been down to you guys and developing a community, as well as my love for sharing about hosting. In a previous role before I went into finance, I also did event hosting. I actually worked at Bumble, the dating app, so it's quite a blast from the past, I guess, but I'm so happy that I've been able to channel my passion into hosting into a whole new business venture. I mean, now every week is different. We could be on a call with a bride planning wedding planning and doing kind of virtual designs for the wedding days, or it could be planning a brand event for a dinner or for a journalist, or it could be even giving a talk to journalists. So yeah, it's been amazing. I've worked with such cool clients over time, and honestly really is a pinch me moment every single day. But I guess that's a little bit of an overview of kind of where I started and what I'm now doing. Also, lots of people are asking, who do you live with, when, how did you buy your house, do you own both your houses you're living in currently and the one you're renting? I always try and post about this on my stories and be as honest as possible. So the house with the stainless steel kitchen that I started posting videos about is owned by my family, and then when I managed to buy my own home, I had a few friends living in rooms and everything like that to make it more feasible, and then I made the decision to start the renovation process and to live in it, and that is where we're at right now. So I'm definitely between places, as I've kind of shown you guys. We have done everything in phase 1, which is the top 2 floors, and I'm currently saving up for our big kitchen renovation. So right now we are between, but I'm living with Lola, my sister, who was in my last video, as well as Joe. As well, I want to say that it was so nice to see all of your lovely comments about Lola connecting the dots. Lots of you guys said how you recognized her and you saw her in Sherlock's videos, so yeah, that was really fun. It was nice to have her in one of the videos and just, yeah, for you guys to get to know her as well, because she's such a big part of my life, obviously. Also, people are asking, do you have a move-in date for the new house? Not currently, to be honest, but we are starting works very soon, and I have a rough timeline for how long that's going to take. I'm so excited to share kind of, I guess, the finished project with you. I'm going to do a full house tour. I'm so excited for it, for the kitchen to be done, for our front garden, all those details, the hallways and everything like that we've been waiting for. But we are still a little bit of a way off. I've also toyed with the idea of should we just move in and then move back out again. But I guess at the moment we are making the most of kind of going between places and just making the most of it, and then we'll kind of jump ship when all the builders are in there. But I'm probably there a couple of nights a week or so. And it seems to work for the moment. Also, people ask, I'd love to know how and when you decided to start your own business. How did you get into interior design? And yeah, I guess I have always had that passion. I was designing my flats in university. I was always that friend that people would ask advice for and ask for tips. But I've definitely taken influence from my parents. My mum is amazing at design and she loves having guests over. She's an incredible cook. So I probably learn a lot from her, but really the rest is self-taught. And I know so many people go to study interior design, but I do believe that you can teach yourself a lot from watching YouTube videos and everything else. How and when I decided to start my own business, I, as a very young child, would always tell my parents that I wanted to be my own boss and that I had very big ambitions, but things weren't like purpose driven, I guess. It was very much things snowballed and I created my businesses on a whim, I guess. I noticed that there was a gap and that I really had a true passion and that I wanted to spend more time doing certain things, and then really just created it. If you guys want to know like more in depth about the process or want to learn more, obviously I think my business degree at Edinburgh massively helped with that and gave me that confidence. Write a comment below and I would love to help and give any tips I possibly can. Lots of other people are also saying, love your content, would you ever consider hiring someone to help you? I actually decided to, I guess, take a leap of faith and hire one of my best friends that I met in the industry. She worked in a PR agency at the time, and I guess how this industry works, if you're not familiar, is usually people will have an agent and they are the person that goes back and forth and manages your relationships with brands and clients. And I was going to her just explaining how I kept going for meetings with people and I knew they were going to do a brilliant job, but that I had so many new ambitions to start new ventures, and really that I wanted someone maybe to be able to work on all of those things as well. And yeah, very naturally, about a month later, she and myself, in our own time, had this idea that actually I think she would be the perfect person, and essentially she thought that that would be her dream job. We very awkwardly went for a coffee, saying to each other that we had an idea, and we were extremely lucky that we had that same idea. So I am so lucky to have her, and that makes me enjoy my job so much more and to really feel like we are doing this together. But I would love to expand, and whether we start doing more interior design for other people or we spend even more time working with more and more brides, I think as things get busy I would love to expand. But for the moment I already have insane imposter syndrome, and yeah, it's a little bit too much to commit to. But thank you so much for asking, and it would be an absolute dream. People were also saying, can't believe you went to Eddie Uni. So did I. So nice to hear. Also, people are saying, can you share your content creation process please and your journey? Honestly, I feel like that's a bit of a hard question to answer. I really just started posting videos for fun and videos that I enjoyed to watch. So I just created a few TikToks and that's where I grew my channel, and then started posting about my life on Instagram, and I'm very lucky that you guys followed along and liked what you were watching, and that I really enjoyed the process too. I get such a buzz off posting creatively and adore so many people's content as well, and that gives me inspiration every single day. I think there is space for everybody, as cliche as that sounds. Also, another question that's coming up a lot is, what style do you call the design of your home and what inspires you? I love it. I never know. I need to probably use ChatGPT or something and put in loads of photos. But I think I like soft neutrals. I go for colourful accents, mixing modern and antique. I'm not so much a fan of the eclectic, oldie worldy kind of aesthetics. Yeah, I can appreciate all different aspects of design, but I would say that that's how I would sum up kind of my aesthetic, I guess. It's a modern, colourful approach, but neutral kind of large furniture pieces with colourful decorations. Also, people are asking, what does the kitchen in your new place look like? Will you miss your old one? I have shown the kitchen currently in an old video of mine, but it's going to look completely different. I'm definitely going to bring in some core favourites, so maybe a little bit of stainless steel, some marble and everything, but I'm really excited for the new kitchen, and also really excited for the garden and just, yeah, all the decoration. Also, people are asking me, how did you and your boyfriend meet? So Joe is an incredible photographer. He had a small following on Instagram very early on when he was like 15, 16, and somehow through mutual friends we found each other on Instagram. I think he followed me, and then I clicked on his profile and thought his photography was honestly insane, and so very innocently liked a few of his photos, and definitely also thought he was pretty handsome. So that's history. But I DM'd him saying, oh my god, your photography is incredible, and he messaged me back. We were chatting for a couple of weeks. At this time we were literally 18, and we went on a complete blind date to Shoreditch and had the best time ever. I literally remember it like it was yesterday. But we definitely clicked. We are so different as people, as you probably kind of see through these videos. I'm super sociable, and so is Joe, but he loves to party and goes on nights out, whereas I'm definitely more of a self-care girl, although I do obviously love going to restaurants and exploring and traveling and everything else, but maybe for slightly different approaches. But it works really well in our relationship, and we also enjoy how each other have our own personal lives that we don't necessarily have to be a huge part of. And in some circles of friends we are all really close, whereas others, they're kind of our own relationships and friendships. I love that, and I think it's really important to stay super independent, and I think that's truly why we've worked as a couple. But yeah, we've now been together for 7 years, and that is how we met. So mainly through Instagram, to be honest. Anyway, I hope that is a little introduction or reintroduction to myself and my life. Sorry if that was a little bit long and rambly, but I wanted to get most of the important key parts there. Anyway, it is now 6 o'clock, and so I really should go and explore the hotel. I'm going to have a little thing for dinner, and of course I'll take you along, and then yeah, really excited for a very fun weekend ahead. We're just back at the hotel. It's now the evening. Joe actually just had a little nap, but we had such a nice morning and afternoon, just, yeah, playing tourists in our own city, like I said yesterday. But we went into the shops. Hopefully my footage and Reformation was all right, but they had such good new in pieces. So I'm actually just put on one of the new tops I got. I was just scrolling on TikTok though, and a really cool new bar just popped up on my For You page. So I was like, okay, we need to go there like now. But we have dinner at the hotel tonight, and I was thinking, oh, it might just be nice to do like a little bit of something before spending the evening here. But I'm just quickly getting ready now. My makeup is looking a little bit rusty, but I'm just going to put my earrings in and some bronzer and stuff. But yeah, so far really enjoying the location of this hotel and just how easy it is. And yeah, it's just fun to walk around and explore kind of different spots. We also walked around Duke of York Square Market today, wandered into Soho Home. But I do hope that we manage to get into this cocktail bar, because I think they're also open for coffees and stuff in the morning, but I think it's a pretty new spot, so I have no idea how popular it is. I'll take you guys along with me. Hopefully we manage to get a cocktail in this new bar. Keeping my fingers crossed that we get a space. Date night. I think we've had about 4 date nights this week. Sunday morning, we're checking out. We're gonna go have breakfast, I think. Somewhere. Maybe we'll head to Chelsea again for like the 4th time. We had breakfast at the hotel yesterday, which was so nice, but I want to try something different today. We just had a really slow, relaxing morning. Went to Granger & Co, got the ricotta hotcakes, Joe got scrambled eggs. And yeah, just a really relaxed one, and then pretty much just checked out and came back to the house, to be honest. I am having a little bit of a Sunday reset, so I just sorted like some bags. I had some leftover like unpacking from a trip and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. But I also have a few new house bits to show you. I know I told you guys I'm still like working out all the art in the house and everything. I got this embroidered love letter, which I showed in one of my last vlogs, and some fabric. I put it in here. I do need to get some Pritt stick or a glue gun or something. I think with the fabric it's like an ochre yellow striped linen, and I'm going to put it and hang it by my desk area. So I'm going to do that now. I just went to Screwfix, got some screws and a hammer and everything. Another thing I need to get done soon is that I bought that vintage mirror in the antique store. It ended up being available after all online, so I got it. but it turns out 2 of the bulbs don't work, so I need to get that fixed somehow and take it to like an appliance shop. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of DIY and get this picture hung above my desk. have a fun, exciting afternoon today. I'm going into a pop-up with Hourglass, and I also really want to see the Heaven Mayhem pop-up. They have like a photo booth in Selfridges. Looks really cool. I'm gonna catch up with Heather, who I work with, who you guys might have seen before in one of my videos. Then this evening I have a dinner at the Nomad with my friend Corinne, which will be so nice. I am just heading over to the house again right now. I feel like I'm constantly telling you guys like I'm here, there, everywhere, but yeah, I'm gonna go drop some things there, get some last minute tweaks done. I have been like decorating my desk setup still, which is definitely not finished because I'm waiting for the carpenters to come back and everything and fix it, but I have been collecting a few books, aka stealing some from my dad. He has like the best art collection, and yeah, he just knows a lot of cool people, so he happened to have quite a good coffee table kind of collection and a few art books and stuff, and I really wanted to do there's this girl called Riley Shields, don't know if you guys also follow her, she's super cool. I follow her on TikTok, but she has this super nice desk setup. Instead of getting a computer stand, she's built her computer up with coffee table books, and it looks like such a vibe. So I am copying the idea with my own collection, or my dad's collection. So I'm going to decorate that quickly now, and then I have to be in Selfridges for 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna, yeah, I won't have too long. So let's go. Please excuse the fact that my room is so messy. I have been ordering the few last bits for the wardrobes and just other bits and pieces. I'm also excited because my good friend Alice, who's like an interiors expert, found somebody, well, she recommended somebody to fix my mirror with the light behind that I just can't get into. But I'm just not sure whether this brass is right for these doors. I basically wanted to get the perfect match to the horizontal bar with the hooks. Anyway, this is super boring, but originally I had got some handles from Matilda Bea, which I love. I've actually got so many pieces for the house in terms of like hardware and handles and everything, like the unit that lots of you guys asked for in the red bathroom. The small brass handles are from there, but these ones were just so shiny, so I've ordered these instead, which I think are just gonna look that little bit more elegant. So I'm gonna try them on now. I probably do need a screwdriver. I don't think these are right either. It's like they're too dark or something. So the Matilda Bea ones are on the left, and then these new ones from Devol are on the right, but they are like super matte. I don't know if you can tell, but the bar up here is like more on the shiny side. So that is not yet ticked off my list, frustrating me. I might just leave them there and just stare at them for a bit longer and see. I'm going to show you the books at my desk. My friends got me this like Great Escapes Italy book, which I really love the look of. So I've got that at the moment, but I'll show you the other ones I brought here. Also so random, but I am obsessed with these hourglass, like, I don't know what they're called. They're like a gloss but a balm, and they are so pigmented. Yeah, had to share that because I'm obsessed. They also have one which is in like the red packaging, and it looks really red, but I've made all my friends try it and they're all obsessed. Like, it's just like really great colour. It's not like a wang red. This one's just like the pinky one called Desire, which is my second favourite. Yeah, I took 3 with me. To be honest, I don't think this one is really going to work from it, but Joe got this in New York from a really cool like Marc Jacobs bookstore. I'll put it on the screen. If anyone's visiting New York, you have to go there. But it's a really cool book. It's like of all the storefronts in New York. Next, I've got like an architecture, I think it's Zaha Hadid, but I like how it's all white. It's really cool inside. And it's like all of his architecture, quite cool. They have to be like chunky enough that they lift the laptop or the computer. And then this one, it is also a signed copy, so yeah, hopefully he doesn't mind me taking it out of the plastic. But this is an Annie Leibovitz one, and it's just really cool. It says Wonderland with like the red edge, and it's all her amazing photography. I think it looks quite cute with the books. I still need to figure out what I should put on the shelves. Like, these 3 pots are not actually going to be here, and I finally really need to go get my seeds and soil and everything to start planting these. Maybe some more stuff that's like actually useful for work than like just decorative bits. I love how it's still open, but that it actually has quite a lot of storage, even though we did have a little bit of a malfunction with the drawer. I didn't realize the drawer was going to be so shallow. I mean, you literally, I don't know if you guys can really see, but you really can't fit much in here. And the other thing is that I'm still adding the marble top and like the legs, and my new stools coming and everything like that. So still lots of progress to be made, but it's definitely coming along. I previously sourced like all of my marble at this factory warehouse situation. It's called MGLW, and it's this big warehouse in Nine Elms basically. But that's kind of the place you want to go to when you're doing bigger things, and obviously this is a really small space. So there's another company, for anyone wondering or renovating, called Marble City, and they do like cutouts or like leftover pieces and stuff like that. So I need to contact them and see what they've got, and so I can finally get that all finished, which I think will be really nice, and just break up the wood a little bit. I just finished clearing everything up. I need to very quickly head to Selfridges now to go to this pop-up, so I'm gonna bring you with me. I'm actually starving. I realised I haven't eaten since I had those smoothies and matcha this morning, so I really need to grab something on my way, or yeah, I'm not sure. I love the cafe opposite. I don't know how you pronounce it. Arome. It's like Japanese inspired bakery, but they do like sandwiches and stuff. So I might go in there quickly and pop in. I'm so happy with how my desk situation is coming along. All the handles actually look really good on the wardrobe, so I think I'll probably keep them. And then I was just having a look in our spare room as well, because I shared the other day on my story that I love the room, but it's just not quite come together yet. And I had so many responses from you guys, which was so helpful. Some people were like, I think you should go for a darker paint color instead of like the creamy off-white. I do really love the creamy off-white, and I think I tend to prefer kind of styles where it's like quite neutral with pops of color. So I don't know if I'm daring enough, but I'm gonna look on Pinterest tonight for some more inspo. But I was using ChatGPT to like basically reupholster and yeah, give me inspiration. I really like the look of the room with tongue and groove paneling. So I'm thinking if I keep the paint color the same, but I add paneling to all the walls and ceilings, I think it could look really nice. And then I have seen this Benjamin Moore barista paint color that's really nice, like a chocolate brown, but quite dark. And I'm thinking of getting a big chest of drawers that I can arrange all my linens and everything in there. However, I also could get stuff from the antiques fair, so I'm not sure. As well, I went to the antiques a couple of weeks ago. I really should have vlogged that. I don't know how I forgot to do that, but I got an amazing table for the garden and I'm so excited. And yeah, a little house update. I paid the deposit for the builders, so as much as it was like sad seeing that money go, I'm really excited to have gotten started and kind of can now see an official start date and end date. So yeah, very excited. This background will be looking a lot different soon. But anyway, I really need to run, so let's go. I'm just back home now. There was so many good pop-ups in Selfridges. I don't know what happened, I was a bit rubbish at filming, but I posted on my TikTok the really cool hourglass pop-up where basically if you buy a palette you can get charms to accessorize. I'll show you mine, it's so cute. And then also the Heaven Mayhem, which is just, yeah, so cool with the photo booth. There was the wildest line though. I think it was going very, very quickly, but yeah, just shows how well they're doing and just really cool from like, yeah, I've been wearing their jewellery for years now, and yeah, Pia Mance is just such a cool founder and they are killing it. Just put on the blush now, but I just got my initials, but it's so cute. I hope you can see that all right, but there are two palettes you can choose for. I went for the second one, which is the slightly more deeper toned pigmented one. Joe's away this week, so I'm just really having a super chilled time, but I really want to go to the garden centre, and also I'm going to head over to Notting Hill. I'm actually going to meet a girl that I have followed for years and years and years, and yeah, it's so cool meeting and connecting with people that like you just have similar interests with. She is an interior designer in the US and she's like similar age to me, I think. Yeah, we've just always followed each other, and she messaged me saying that she was coming to London, and I was like, oh my god, we have to see each other. So yeah, that'd be really fun. Actually, one of my best friends, Jill, she owns this brand called Lapel Club. It's the same way we met each other. She just messaged me and was like, I'm coming to London, do you want to go for a drink? And we became best friends. But yeah, that will be really nice to see Kat. I'll pop her Instagram and TikTok on the screen, because I'm always also looking for people to follow that are like in the interior design, or they're in the interior design space, or just like have similar interests and are kind of the same vibe that I like to follow, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I might get a takeaway Notting Hill fish shop sushi, or I was thinking I could take myself out for a bit of a solo date, so we'll see. One of my favourite meals recently, both are in Notting Hill, Eel Sushi Bar, which is a really, really cool spot, and also the Barbary, which is, yeah, I guess both of them are more on the high end, but kind of still like the Notting Hill vibe, where it's low-key but still like well done, a little bit fancy, I guess. I'm also wearing this new fragrance today, Creed Carmina. I've never actually had any of the Creed fragrances, but this just smells so expensive. It's like oody, but I'm really terrible at describing fragrances, but it's so good. I feel like if you like the like Maison Coeur de Jean Baccarat Rouge, you'll like this. A similar vibe in a way, but very different. Unhelpful. Anyway, I'm going to go meet Kat now, and I will probably wander into all the interior shops, and yeah. Also, I just had the builder over to give me a rough quote for the panelling in the spare room, so I'm really excited about that. He says that he has availability in 2 weeks' time, so fingers crossed that it comes back kind of reasonable. I need to decide on paint colours and all of that stuff. And actually I got some samples from Trove, which I'll show you. I'm really not sure what colour, so let me know maybe in the comments. This is for the like chest of drawers sideboard that I'm thinking of getting to store all of my linens, like my tablecloths, but also all my bed linens and towels, just to keep it like neatly away whilst we don't really need to use it for anything else at the moment, because obviously we don't have kids or anything. But yeah, I'm going to show you that now. I also just changed around like the bedding. I wanted to keep it super minimal in here, but I feel like the main focus in this room is the rug, which is obviously like this kind of deep green colour. In person it's like quite a dark green, I would say. And these are the samples. So they gave me 3 samples. This is the white shade. To be honest, on screen it's looking more creamy, but I just feel like it actually, maybe initially when I saw it I thought it was so white, but actually maybe against even the Wimborne white it doesn't look too white. Then there's also this beautiful, it's called Drab. It's like a muted khaki muddy kind of colour. I do really like that. And then also there is this brown colour which is called Sedona. I wish I could find out what like paint company they have used so I could look at similar tones. I've been looking at, I think I mentioned I've been looking at a lot of Benjamin Moore paints. I might even take these in and get some colour samples and stuff today, and I really need to sort the art in here as well. I saw a really cool photo framed on TikTok yesterday, which was like in a really big frame, but the photo, it was on like a large mount I guess, and then the photo wasn't too large, and I'm wondering if I could do something like that and put it above the bed, but we'll see. But yeah, these are the samples. Let me know what you think, and I'll show you a clip of it on the rug as well. These are the shades. Quickly before I go as well, I obviously always love to shout out small businesses, and this cardigan is made from lamb's wool. It's the best quality and best fit from a very small brand called The Gather. So if you guys are looking for the perfect cardigan as you go into autumn, make sure to check them out. I also have it in a cream colour, and yeah, it's just perfect. This just made me think as well, I was organising all of the giveaway boxes, which I did on my last video, so make sure to like keep an eye out for more, because I think there are like 6 winners and the boxes are still so full. So I'm really glad that there was enough beauty bits and everything to go around, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you've now received your box, please make a comment and yeah, tell me what your favourites are, what you're enjoying. Before I ramble any longer, let's go to Notting Hill. Picked up my favourite matcha from Clear Labs. It's just so good in there, and they didn't have oat milk, so I'm trying pea milk. It's an all sugar-free cafe there. I once made the mistake for asking for honey in my matcha, never again, but it's so good. Also, I may have made a purchase in Trove. I can't wait to show you guys. And I also picked up some more samples for the chest of drawers and had like a real nosy at all the pieces in there. I am now wondering if I should go for the even darker shade. You can see the difference there, but this is more like mauvey, almost purple, but kind of a browny tone. Anyway, it was so nice to meet Kat as well, and just yeah, quiz her on like all her interior design thoughts and everything. I feel like I'm having just such a reset today, and I was just having such fun writing a list. If you guys are like me or just love a list too. But I'm slowly ticking things off, and I just have my lovely cleaner at home, so that's going to be a special treat for when I get back as well. I need to go to the garden centre. I really wanted to visit a new florist here, which is called Kaluna, which I saved for a while, but it seems to be closed, so I'm going to try it elsewhere. Maybe go to Wild at Heart in Notting Hill, or just go somewhere more local, to be honest, because I feel like it might be more affordable. but we'll see. I bought my olive tree. So funny, we put it through the roof and it literally fits perfectly. The tree is in and the pot is in. Good job I didn't get the car cleaned first. I'm so excited. I did feel very out of my depth in there, but the staff was so kind and very patient, so that's always nice. Tree is in. Why do I decide to do all these things and believe that I've got all the strength in the world when Joe's not here? I am so hot, but I'm gonna try and carry it upstairs and put it in the spare room. Can't believe I just carried that upstairs. She is in and I think it looks great. Obviously needs a little bit of a trim as it's currently reaching the ceiling, but I really love the vibe and I think it's bringing the colours and the mood and everything together in here, so I'm super happy. I also need to do my pots with all my herbs, but I'm going to trim it a little bit and then show you guys properly. Before I forget as well, I want to show you what I got from Trove. I initially was thinking that it's going to go in the master bedroom, but I actually think it goes really, really well in here, and that this room is finally coming together, so let me know what you think about it. But I basically just got this big lumbar cushion for the bed and it's so gorgeous. This is it, and it's got two patterns, so it's like that on one side and that on the other. This side is my favourite. I initially thought that it wouldn't go with the rug, but I actually think it goes really well. Still need to get bedside tables and everything, but it is slowly coming together. I was just filming a little homeware haul for TikTok and I thought I should show you guys a few of the pieces. Maybe most of you follow me over there, I'm not sure, or let me know if you guys have just found me through YouTube. But I thought I'd show you a few of my favourite pieces. These Dams and Madder new homeware pieces, obviously mainly known for their clothes, but they do great things. All like hand painted, so gorgeous. I also, for my birthday, got a KitchenAid ice cream maker. I still haven't used this and I really, really, really need to get on it. My other favourite from Dams and Madder is this apron. I mean, when my kitchen's all done, how cute. Love it. Also got a few bits from Anna and Nina. These croissant, espresso and sugar daddy is just quite fun. That is mostly everything. I'm going to get on with tidying this now that I've filmed my haul and made such a mess, you guys can see. I mean, everything's just laid out on the bed. That needs sorting now. Feeling very cozy and not my usual, but I've got this sudden urgency to have a cold glass of champagne, and I went to France last month with Bilcar salmon and I have a little mini bottle in the fridge. I think mini bottles are so nice to keep in the fridge for like a special occasion because I just never want to obviously open a whole bottle, even for 2 people. But I have also just ordered myself a curry actually in the end. I also want to preface that I go out to a lot of restaurants, but I would never say something is good if it wasn't good. And so I hope that kind of like my positive stories or reshares of places don't kind of get lost and people thinking, okay, but like where should I actually go? Empire, honestly, really amazing food. So much so that I'm now having it 2 weekends in a row. Also on TikTok, lots of people are asking about where this top is from. It's from Doan. I got it on Net-a-Porter. I believe it may now be sold out, but they may have it on the Doan direct website. And I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw this girl wearing, I guess like lots of their pieces at the moment are quite similar vibe to this, but I've seen a dress and a top, so I just spoiled myself and ordered it. So I'm very, very excited. Maybe I'll feature a try on of those in my next video, because I know everyone is loving like the whole Chloe summer vibe and Doan, even though I really shouldn't be buying summery stuff. But I did buy one black shirt which I think I can wear all autumn as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go pour myself a cold glass of champagne. I've just had the best day today. I'm feeling really happy. Don't mind the holes in the ceilings as per usual, but my curry just arrived. Had the coziest bath and real self-care night. It was honestly heaven. Before I end this vlog, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it hasn't felt too repetitive. I was thinking earlier that I want to keep sharing home updates with you guys, and I feel like this one was a fun one and that I made great progress, but for me it's really important not to rush decorating and not to rush making it at home. I'll only like jump at a decision and buy something or make something when I'm 100% on it and once I've mulled over my ideas. So sorry if it's not as fast as you want, but I'm really excited for the next couple of months and I'm loving vlogging. So I hope you guys are enjoying, and also thank you to everyone that's watching. There are so many more people watching than I thought there would be. So yeah, that feels quite crazy and also scary with me looking like this right now. Not that I've ever cared about that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have a really fun day tomorrow going to an antiques fair. It's gonna be another solo date for me for a change up and do a shorter vlog next time. So let me know also if you enjoy these long vlogs or if you want something a little bit shorter. Anyway, love you guys and see you soon.